Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a huge shift in how big enterprise deals get done. And spoiler alert, it's not about persuasion anymore. It's all about creating proof that can survive on its own in the wild.
Okay, so let's get right into it. It all starts with this feeling that I bet a lot of you have had. You spend weeks, maybe even months, crafting this perfect, persuasive case study. You send it off to your champion, and then crickets. Nothing. So why is that? Well, it's because the whole game of B2B decision-making has fundamentally changed.
And it really starts with this number right here, 13. According to Forrester, that's how many people, on average, are now involved in a single B2B buying decision. 13. You're no longer trying to convince just one person. You're trying to arm a whole committee so they can convince each other when you're not in the room. And here's the real game changer that's pouring gasoline on this fire. A whopping 94% of those buyers, they're using Gen AI tools to do their research. They are not reading your beautifully written narrative from start to finish. Nope. They're asking an AI to rip it apart and just give them the facts. Now, you might be thinking, that's fine, I'll just win them over in the sales meetings. Well, Gartner's got some kind of sobering news on that front. Buyers only spend about 17% of their total time meeting with potential suppliers. And get this, that tiny little slice of the pie is split between you and all of your competitors. The real decision, the real debate, it's all happening behind closed doors. So here's the crucial point we have to understand. Your carefully crafted stories, they aren't being read, they are being dismantled. The buying committee isn't sitting around asking, do we believe this vendor's story? No way. They're asking, can I take this one fact and use it to defend this choice to the 12 other people I have to convince? And this is what that dismantling process actually looks like in the real world. A key metric gets copied and pasted into a Slack channel. An AI pulls out a quote for a side-by-side vendor comparison. A single fact gets dropped into an RFP response. Every single piece of your content has to be able to stand on its own, completely ripped out of its original home. So what do we do about this? Well, this new reality demands a totally new approach. We've got to stop thinking about persuasion and start obsessing over defensibility. The goal isn't to convince one person anymore. It's to arm your internal champion with undeniable, bite-sized pieces of proof they can use to make the decision feel safe and smart for the entire committee. And that brings us to the solution. It's a concept called atomic proof. Just think of it as the polar opposite of that long narrative case study. It is the smallest, most powerful, self-contained unit of evidence that is literally designed to be copied, pasted, and forwarded around an organization. So for any little piece of your evidence to earn the title atomic, it has to pass these three simple but absolutely non-negotiable tests. First, can someone understand it with zero other context? Second, can a skeptical person check the facts without needing to call you? And third, does it shut down one specific doubt or objection? If it fails even one of these, it's just not going to survive the journey. But it's not just about having one kind of proof. A truly defensible case is built on a whole library of evidence, a balanced portfolio, really, across 5 very distinct categories. First up, we have metric atoms. These answer the one question everyone on the finance team is asking: what measurably changed? Just look at the difference here. Significant improvements? I mean, that's just vague marketing fluff. But reduced manual processing by 41% in Q1? That is a hard, verifiable fact that a CFO can take to the bank to justify the budget. Next, we've got quote atoms. Their job is to provide that crucial social proof by answering, who else believes this actually works? Again, our customers see great results as meaningless, but a direct quote from a VP of finance explaining why they signed off and how quickly it happened, that directly tackles a specific concern. It feels real because the details make it believable. Then we have screenshot atoms. These are all about visual evidence, and they answered the simple question, can you just show me? A cluttered full-screen capture is totally useless. Nobody's going to zoom in on that. But a tightly cropped snapshot showing one key metric, like this week-over-week adoption curve hitting 78%, well, that's undeniable proof that people are actually using the thing. Process atoms are so important. They're all about building confidence that you can actually deliver. They answer, how do you make this happen in the real world? Promising to work closely with you is a weak, empty platitude. But a specific timeline, like, hey, we'll get the security review done by day 9 because we have all the docs prepackaged, that shows you have a concrete, repeatable plan. It screams competence. And finally, we have risk reversal atoms.
These are specifically designed to prevent that dreaded buyer's remorse. They answer, what happens if this all goes wrong? A generic satisfaction guarantee is easy to dismiss, but a crystal clear, measurable exit clause tied to a specific metric, that makes the decision feel incredibly safe. It proves you're accountable for the outcome, not just the sale. Okay, so having a nice collection of these atoms is a fantastic start, but on its own, it's not enough. To really make this engine run, you need a system that can deploy the exact right piece of proof to the exact right stakeholder at the exact right moment they need it. And this is how you build that system. You use a simple but powerful 4-dimension tagging schema. Every single atom of proof in your library gets tagged by who it's for, what specific doubt it solves, where it fits in the buying journey, and what type of proof it is. This is what transforms a messy folder of customer stories into a searchable, scalable credibility machine.
And the goal here isn't abstract, it's tangible. A really mature, effective library should aim for about 100 of these balanced atoms. You'll probably want to be heaviest on the hard metrics, but you need solid coverage across all 5 types. That way, you're ready to handle any objection from any stakeholder at any time.
When you get this right, the impact on your sales team is just transformative. You go from the before picture, where an SDR blasts out an 8-page PDF that the buyer never even opens, to the with picture. A rep can instantly find and send 2 or 3 hyper-specific atoms that surgically neutralize the exact objection that came up on a call. The buyer then forwards that tiny, powerful proof point internally, and boom, the deal moves forward. So let's be really clear here. This is not about writing less, and it's not some new, flashy content marketing trick. This is about building content infrastructure that's designed for how decisions are actually made today. Its job isn't to chase attention. Its job is simply to remove doubt. And that really leaves us with one final critical question you have to ask yourself. In this new world of AI summaries and massive buying committees, your content is going to do one of 2 things. It will either be designed to be extracted and used to defend a decision, or it will be ignored. There's really no in-between anymore. The choice is yours.